Good day, YouTube. How are you today? I am the Trisherigan, and welcome back to All the Mods. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all well, because I know I am. Look at my little base. Starting to really come together. I quite like it. I haven't built crane or anything like that. It's still just basic. Still just a floating island, which makes complete sense in my mind. So I can't remember if I put these 4 down or not in between episodes or not, last episode or not, but got quite a lot of power, not quite enough to run the wireless transceiver with everything else as well. As you see right now, the diesel generators aren't doing actually anything. This guy's doing basically all the power. I'm using, as you see, about 2k RF a tick. If I do that, you can see these guys kick in and take over. Which is cool. Factory everything over here is running nice and neatly. Oh, there's a cartridge going just now. The barn. I started actually building out the barn. I've not done a build video for it, but I've started building it out. I haven't finished, obviously. There's no roof. But I quite like this sort of vertical boarding from Quark. Some grey sheet metal, just to kind of fill it, just to make it look like a barn. A lot of barns over here have slotted. I haven't finished because pigs were running away when I was doing that. A lot of them have slatted boards that run up and down. And this is a bit of the outside, just as a trial, just to see what it looks like, just a bit of stylistic view on it. It's quite like it. Quite like it. That's, I think, everything I've done in between episodes, apart from maybe tidying up, putting blocks down. Just a little bit of neat and tidiness. So, today, I wanted to get started on Create, I think. There was things we wanted to do in Create, so if we got ourselves some starting power, I think that would be nifty. I think that would be nifty. So, the guys will keep spawning at this part of the base, and it's going to be annoying. It's going to be using a lot of resources, constantly making cartridges for it. I'm okay with that. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. So, Create. I'm out of range here. God damn it. And I keep picking up shovels. Create. So there isn't a book for Create. Actually, is there a tab for Create? There is a tab for Create. Maybe we should work our way through the tab, because I've not really been doing that for anything. Maybe we should look at doing this. This will give us all the layout and what to do, I feel. So why don't we do that? First things first. Oh, cool. We even get the wrench. Even better. We get a wrench. I like it. Schematic table, schematic cannon, goggles. Let's make andesite alloy. This is... What the hell? Sir. Oh, you're out of bullets. Cool. Andesite alloy is basically the building blocks to everything in this mod. Quite legitimately. Everything, not everything, but 90% of things come from andesite alloy. So let's get ourselves the pattern to craft that. Clearly don't have iron nugs in there yet either. God, we're really filling up our storage, aren't we? Oof. Really getting to the point where I'm going to have to make P2P tunnels and all that shazam. Yeah, let's just make 40 of those. That shouldn't be too difficult. What else in the quest book? It goes on about engineer's goggles. That's not difficult to make. There's our 40 andesite alloys. Boom. Obtain some andesite alloy, creates most important resource. See, I told you. That's what it would say. Boom. And we even get some more andesite. So andesite's quite important, obviously, in this mod. It's a good use of a resource that's not used apart from decoration blocks and vanilla kind of things. What do we do? Oh, I was going to look at the engineer's goggles. So we need gold plate. I'd imagine gold plate is going to be something we need. Shall be here. There we go. That'll take a wee minute to get that. So this... Sorry, it's quite early in the morning today. Gold. Boop and boop. Engineer's goggles. These guys are cool. These guys are cool. They actually can show you the different stresses. We'll go through the different things about Create in a moment or two, to do with stresses and speeds. And sounds complicated now. It's not. Don't worry too much. Now, there is a lot of things here, but what we're interested in is cogwheels and shafts. They're things that we're going to want to make. I think all these things I could actually automate. So shafts are andesite alloy. Nice. Cogwheels is shafts and wood. Nice. And large cogwheels is shafts and 2 wood. Nice. Those are very easy things to make. And I might put my andesite alloy back. So what was the quest for? 8 and 8. So let's make some of them and some of them. Boom. Boom. Nice. These are the important ones. Oh, wow, you get 8 of them leaving again. Oh, and another 8. Wow. The shafts. God, it's so quick. When it's such a simple recipe, it's so quick. Now, as you can see, a lot of these don't actually have rewards. So, you know, they are what they are. So to start Create, in a sense, to generate its power, it doesn't use anything like RF or FE. It uses physical rotational power. And to start off, it recommends us to use water wheels. Now, water wheels are just slabs and cogwheels. That's handy. Don't realistically need to automate this. In the wrong place. Here. Water wheels times 3. Nice. And you get another one. Nicer. The water wheels is the most basic ways of generating rotational force. You can hook up multiple wheels by placing them next to one another. The speed is rotating at the measure of how many flowing blocks of water there are touching the wheel. So this is one of the ones where you really do want it to be touching the top, the side, the bottom, like what we should be doing over with the IE stuff over there, but I'm not because I'm lazy. Let's sleep. You should never have your screen on when you go to bed. It's bad for you. Bad for you. So let's see where I would want to have. I'm thinking over this side somewhere because there's water over there. That makes sense, right? That makes sense, having water wheels where there is water. And maybe even off the edge of this cliffy area. So I can't actually remember how big these guys are. That'll tell me. I feel like they are the wrong way round. Do you guys not care which way you're pointing? Oh, you can go flat. Didn't know that. Huh. Maybe it doesn't matter which way around you go. Cool. So just them sitting there obviously does nothing. We do need to have water passing them. Wait, that one doesn't. Wonder if I should actually like have them in a bit. Maybe if I brought them in one, maybe? trying to think of a way of doing this in a good-looking way as well. I know... So in that sense, it'd be flowing on top, and if I had the water start over here, just kind of like how we do with the engineering, with the IE stuff. Water there. Let's see if that works. Let's grab some... God damn it. I'm going to have to either extend the range of this thing or actually go ahead and make my infinity booster, which is a lot of work. Well, we're going to have to do it at some point. Buckets of water, please. Yeah. So just nip down here and grab that. So that should be 1, 2, and 3. So you could set a way to get the water to go up at the back here, but I think we'll be fine. But as you can see, this is not doing anything. This is just turning. This is just it's. God, that was a long "it's," wasn't it? It's not doing anything. It's just water wheels turning. I'll change you now as well. See, this is why I don't do too many trying to make things look pretty on camera, because 1, I'm not good at it, and 2, I get annoyed when something's not right. It's not the way I am. So if we head back to the book, you can see this doesn't really tell us much else up here apart from certain resources. So we want to move into this area. Andesite casings. These guys, there is a thing called Ponder, by the way. This will give you the information on all the things from Create. This is their version of a book. As you can see, it can get very complicated. Let's head back to the base, because andesite casings are going to be in... Oh, wait, you can't auto-craft them in this way anymore. That's right. I forgot. These have changed now. So andesite casings are stripped logs with an andesite alloy right-clicked on it. There is ways to automate it later on with other machinery, but we'll get to that soon. So let's get some andesite alloy. We've got some logs. I do need an axe, so to strip the logs. You'll do. Let's make a few of these, because these casings are actually going to be quite used. Nice. Whoop. Sweet andesite casings. So no rewards for andesite casings. Boo. 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 And what we're at doesn't actually tell us. Piston extension pull. So, oh, there they are. Gearboxes. I've seen them there. I've seen them. Gearbox. 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 Gearboxes are a way to actually take the power that we're generating and put it in a different direction. I'll show you in a sec. We've got some shafts on us. Let's grab a gearbox though, because I want to. Oh. Guys, complete. Let's head back over to our create area. God damn it. Those guys just spawn all the time. So in here should be our rotational power. Yeah? So if we had a shaft on here, you can see we have a rotating shaft. And this is literally the power. This is where we get our power from. I can put this gearbox down, and what it'll do is put a right angle in any direction to where I can have them coming out in any of these cardinal directions. Cool, right? If we wanted, though, for instance, this to go up, we can make a vertical gearbox. And now, as you can see, it sets it on the other axis. Apologies, phone, work, all the good stuff. So yes, as you can see, now we've got vertical. And look at that, you can even just right-click on there and it goes all the way up. Very cool in my mind. Boom. Also, if you want these to go straight back in, just shift-right-click on your wrench. Wrench rotates, shift-right-click, goes straight into your inventory. Cool. So, there's a couple... I want to get high-leveled processing going on with this. High-leveled power coming out of it. Now, we're using the water wheels as sort of like the initial starter into it. But there is... I don't even know if it's actually listed here anywhere. Brass. Portable storage interface, mechanical arm, hose pulley... No, it's not. So windmills are going to be what I realistically would want. And that's why I wanted to use this tower. A pre-made tower for a windmill. Does it even tell me? If you ponder a sail, it actually tells us about assembling windmills using sails. This is kind of what we would want to use. Needs a few things. That's later down the line, but it is what I'm wanting to do at some point. Now, my goals, I suppose I do have goals with Create to a degree. The encased fan had a couple of things we were wanting to do with. Some odd processing. Bulk haunting was one of them. I'm sure... What was it we're wanting again from here? Prismarine shards from Lapis. Now, it's not a one-to-one, but you've got a chance to either get crystals or prismarine shards. So I thought this would be a cool thing. A cool thing to do. The bulk processing that there is in this mod is really cool. So it's... We need to get into Create at the end of the day anyway. So I thought, why don't we just get started in doing some of it right now? I think that'd be cool. So let's see. What else does the quests say? The quests just really give you, because a lot of it's no rewards, it's just giving you a list of things realistically that you can make. Radial chassis. That's the one that makes the windmill. Or linear. One or the other. One or the other. Depot, rope pulley. So mechanical press. That guy would be a good way to do plates if you are needing more plates, obviously. But I'm using IE to craft plates, but it can also be used to craft other things. And in a factory line kind of way. So things can come along, get stamped, like that. You can compact things as well. Cool. Oh, nice. I didn't actually know you could do that. Huh. Some of those require a heat of a blaze burner. I didn't know that. That's actually kind of cool. Nice. Besides the point, I've waffled quite a lot of this episode so far, haven't I? I like waffling. I like waffles. But for now, let's. I kind of just want to put a vertical box right here. Here's a question though. If I do that, break this block. Ah, nice. Because what I'm thinking is the second floor here is going to be this is going to be where I have things and stuff. Oh, unless I like ran it underground. Ooh, okay, I'm thinking here. Maybe instead of that kind of a gearbox, let's grab another normal gearbox. It's also getting to night time actually, so let's head to bed. Sleep. Sleep. Instead of that, standard gearbox. Where's my drill? Drill? I accidentally put it away. I have accidentally. Oh, it's very close to breaking. Oh. What you said to? Single. Nice. Stairs. In this corner? That seems fine, doesn't it? Yeah. Up here. So we could have... Nope. Not there. There we will have the vertical gearbox. So now, technically, we have a rotational force inside the building. I like it. Just do just a little bit of cleanup. So we can still have power come out here, but it's actually going under the ground and into the tower. Ah, so cool. You know what? So I can get in and out easier. It's right here. And this can go obviously up the whole length of the tower. And I'm thinking when I do the windmill up the top, whichever direction I put it in, it'll also come down into this building. So this will be where I do any and all create stuff, which I like. So, you may have noticed there was belts. Belts. This is one of the cool things about create. There's multiple cool things. But belts, if we ponder them a second, they actually connect like that on your, whatever they're called, shafts. And they can move items. I think it's cool. Horizontally, vertically. Wasn't even that vertical as well. And entities. Didn't know they did. Oh yeah, they move players. Of course they do. So that's a great way to set up factory-styled things, which I think we'll try and do. So as I said, we had that soul flamey kind of thing. If I encase fan, bulk haunting, this. So let's build an encase fan. That looks relatively easy. Oh, I'm on here already. Just needs a propeller. While we're waiting for that, let's... I need a soul something or another. I presume a soul campfire? I don't know if it needs to be like a ground level flame or not, or what it actually needs. We shall soon find out. Boom. Encased fan. Nice. To make belts, however, we're going to need kelp. I don't think I've ever actually got any kelp yet, have I? Ooh, I've got 3 kelp. Kelp farm? Time for a kelp farm? Or do I just put it in? Needs a bucket of water. That's interesting. Photogenic isolator? Ooh. I'll put it in a crop thing for now. Realised I don't actually have a... Don't have a teleporter pad thing in here. Shocking. Shocking! So, bucket of water, kelp. We have now automated kelp. It's slow, isn't it? If you look at all the things that we have on these guys, like this is still not even gotten up to the 2K that the box has. These guys have, but I've had them on, oh no, they're cactus. Cactus is now up to 2K, yeah. Wood, oh, wood has passed 3K now, that's nice. Wheat, however, I'm using wheat at the same time. So Mr. Kelp, not great. I do also need, oh, I've got a drawer sitting in here, nice. Let's, oh, I've got a spare one here anyway. Oop. Oh, did that just, I think that just procced. It did. We need a lot of kelp for doing these belts. That's only one belt for this amount. So, yeah, maybe a photogenic isolator. Not photogenic. Phyto. Phytogenic. Phytogenic isolator. Insulator. You know, I've done this plenty of times on camera. I'll be right back. And I'm back with the phytogenic isolator. I put a resonant one in because it was sitting there. A couple of flux linkage amplifiers, and a cyclical processor. Just like the rest. And now we are getting kelp aplenty. Boop. Let's head over here because we need to tell it how to actually make these. Which will go in our furnace. Oh god, we're running out of space in here. We're going to have to either add another furnace or somehow add another one of these things to it. Anyway, don't worry about it, that's a future me problem. Belt. Now we can craft mechanical belts. Belt. So say I wanted to craft 10. Can I craft 10? No, we're not, because we're missing 51. We have 10. For now, I'll be able to craft at least one belt just to show what it does. Boop and boop. Boop. Let's head over back to Create World. Actually, it's not. Let's head to Sleepy World. Didn't realise it had gone dark. The Andesite Age. Now let's head back to Create World. And I'm just going to use this area here as an example. Words are hard for me just now. I don't know why. So, if I wanted to connect these two together, say there was other things over here or whatnot, I can right click on the belt and it gives me this nice viewpoint of where you can connect it to. I want to put it to here. Ta-da! The kelp drive. Now it's very slow because that's how fast that thing's turning at. Whee! Very, very cool. And if you shift right click, boop, pops off. Nice. And that can move, as you've seen me, as well as items, all the good stuff, all the things that we're wanting. So we've got ourselves an encased fan, a soul campfire. So encased fan, if we have a look at that, doesn't do anything, but it does need rotational power. So then let's, how do I want to do this? Let's put standard gearbox. I'm just playing this by ear right now. Why are you not spinning? Oh, you need to be a vertical one. There we go. And this needs power from behind. So maybe another gearbox. Come on. Yeah, man. Another gearbox, please. Let's go to create. Boom. Let's just make like a couple gearboxes or not. Automating those casings might be a good thing to do as well. And I'm making this up as I go along, by the way, if you can't tell. So encased fan. No. The power of the encased fan. Now, if I do that, everything in front of it can be burnt. Slowness, blindness, and slowness and blindness. That's kind of funny. So if I wanted to have an item in front of it, what was the item we were looking at? Lapis, wasn't it? So let's grab some lapis. We have a few. We have a few lapis, which is nice. And I were to plonk it down, it will move, but another mod that deals with magnets. But that should turn possibly into dead. Turn it into prismarine shards. Nice. Now there's ways I could automate this, which I think I will do. Yeah, we totally will. Let's make a couple other things. I'm just going to pop over here. I want to make, and it should be in our list up here, funnels. I want to make a funnel. Funnels are cool. Not really. I think andesite ones can also. I think they can be filtered. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I might have to use the higher tiered one, which is fine. We haven't actually got into doing that yet because we need. I wonder if any brass would do. Do I quickly make the mixer to get into the brass? Possibly. I don't know if we've actually ever made brass before, have we? Brass? We've not. Is create the only way to make brass? I don't mind if it were. No, you can make it in an induction smelter with copper and zinc. Mechanical mixer. So do I make a cheaty way of getting brass in the induction smelter with copper and zinc? I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. As he goes ahead and does that anyway. So a brass funnel, it needs a lot of different things. It needs an electron tube and dried kelp. We've not looked at electron tube, sorry. Polished rose quartz. This is also kind of cool. It is technically fun. So let's grab a piece of rose quartz. And we need sandpaper. That's right. And a piece of sandpaper. And if I put the sandpaper in my offhand and right click, I sand this piece of polished rose quartz into a polished rose quartz. I think it's kind of cool. And you can do this a lot of times. I think there's durability on this. Yeah, there's durability on the sandpaper. There's different tiers of sandpaper you can get, which last longer. And it can be automated. There we go. 8. You can get 8 out of one piece of sandpaper. Very cool. And you can use a nutriment chamber, apparently, to do it. Different tiers. Diamond grit. Apparently that's new. Red sandpaper. And a deployer can also do it as well. But that's fine. We've got some on the go already. That's right. It was brass. Yeah, brass funnel. So an electron tube just needs another plate. And some dried kelp. So you needed the plate. Nice. Brass funnels. Brass funnels are really cool. Very, very cool. Because you can filter what comes in or out. So if you right click, the arrow changes direction, which is nice. Oh, you can. That's not what I wanted to do. Boom. We've got a belt. Let's see what I can do. This is all stuff I'm creating on a whim, by the way, right now. On a whim. We've got another belt. Got some more shafts. So what I'm thinking is mechanical belt. There to there. Ow. Ow. As you can see, these are the wrong way from one another. But that's fine, because I can just use another gearbox, which I've not made. I've got some gearboxes. I might need another belt. Let's see what I can do with the gearbox. No, that's all I needed to do. Ah, perfect. And it's going the right way as well. So, oh, does this need to be down one actually? Let's see. Let's see what happens when I put this on. If it actually cooks this. I think it needs to be down one. Or not. Maybe not. However, this is in the wrong place. I need this to be here. Then I want a chest or a crate, but a chest will do for now, just for testing purposes. Chest. So I'm going to put a chest in. That's just a temporary block for now. Chest here with a brass funnel there. Filtered to prismarine shards. I don't care about the amount. So what should happen here, this should go on, not go in there, because one, you're set to the... I can't tell which way around you're set to. Whoa. Why? God damn it. Oh, you weren't... Oh, okay. It's because there's two things that can be made from it. Apologies. Okay. We can deal. We can deal. We can deal. Yep, that's fine. Oak chest. So my brass funnels. Ah, boo. Can't put them in the same block space. Right. Give me it. Give me it. So we've got the basics down. However, I'm going to play around with this a bit more in between episodes because we have hit the wrapping up point. We've probably gone way past it actually. So what I'm going to do is in between episodes, play around with this a little bit more. See if I can maybe consolidate it down, make it look a little bit neater, and figure out a way to do this better. Do better. I could just put in a couple barrels, I suppose. Yeah, that'd probably be the best way to do it. Not barrels, other things. Anyway, I'm the Trish Etikin, signing off today's creative episode. I hope you enjoyed. Have fun!